Nigeria is a product of our problem. Nigerians are used to mediocrity. And it starts not from the high level, it starts from the low level. In the sense of professionalism when it comes to workplaces. Tinubus approval ratings are very, very low.
I'm sure he knows that.
No, he does know that, but does he care about that? I don't think they do. We're getting to a closer generation that is stronger than our parents' generation when it comes to liberties and freedom for all. We're getting to that generation that may force Nigeria to legalize LGBTQ. Coppers have lost that significance in community in today's Nigeria.
True.
I believe in the early 2000s, yes,
True, Miracle.
coppers were teachers,
Yes,
coppers were
true.
part of the ministerial
Yeah.
programs, all that type of stuff.
They were highly respected.
Coppers have no use now. Coppers are just people that wear green every other day. You see them walking on the road. And when you see your fellow, you say Copper, we say Copper what? I think it's about time they need to shut down that NYSC program. Let those people actually go get real jobs.
Do you understand? I hate NYC.
Nigerian youth are not lazy.
They're not.
Nigerian government bodies are lazy
They are.
and lack ideas for the youth to stay motivated.
True.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another episode of Saturday Brunch with your host with the most, Miracle OP. Yes, and I have today once again on the show the in-house. What is even your role, Enna, actually? What's your role, bro? Your role keeps changing every day. But guys, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow. Yes, we saw in the comment section in the Spotify and the Apple Podcast. Follow us on all our social media pages, Twitter, X, TikTok, Instagram, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. Welcome back to the podcast. You can't get enough of me.
Hi, Miracle.
I know you have to show your face. What is actually wrong with you? You have a false reality of life. I've actually noticed that.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do. No. You have a deep. Even over the conversation, I was hearing you, your friend, inside the dressing room. What the hell is your problem, man?
Miracle,
Get
why are
that
you?
thing. I'm just
why
saying.
are you? You know, Miracle. Do you know what you
Get it
did?
out of your
Do you know what you did?
head.
Miracle left where he
Get it out of your head.
He was so interested in my conversation. He had to come to where I was
I like
to
gist.
listen very
I won't
well.
lie, I like gist. I like gist. No, but the gist was gisting. And bro, is that what you and your friends just talk about? You talk about the friends that are in recovery, the ones that are about to do it, the ones that have done it, which doctors. Like, what the hell? Bro, it was a whole, like, are you serious? Was it the same doctor that did this one? Wow. I hate that he's having a discount here. Eno.
But Miracle.
Eno.
What?
You guys have better things to do with that money than to be spending it on such frivolities.
Miracle, honestly, I'll say it again and again. There's nothing wrong in getting your body done. Honestly, I think people that criticize it are girls that can't afford it.
What?
Yeah, honestly.
I swear it's like 1.5 million.
It's more than that.
How
You're
much?
spending roughly 5 to 10 million naira to get your body
Why would
done.
you spend that when you can just go to the gym?
Ah, Miracle. The girls are still, people that do their body still go to the gym.
So go to the gym and just, why do you have to do your body?
There are things that you can't fix in the gym.
So I'm going to spend 10 million naira on then go to the gym when I can have all just gone to the gym and save that 10 million.
Miracle, if you have the money, you will do it.
No, get me, okay, hear me out.
Okay.
People always use the excuse of girls that get their body done, they still have to go to the gym to maintain it. Okay, cool. So you are going to do your body and you're going to go to the gym.
Yeah.
And you have to always go to the gym to maintain it.
Yeah.
So you're going to build a gym culture.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just build that gym culture and save the 10 million?
Miracle, most of these girls that get their body done go.
Is the BBL the motivation to stay in
No,
the
no,
gym?
they go to the gym even before the surgery.
No, you
Yes,
can't tell
they
me you're
do.
going to the gym, then I go do a BBL. That doesn't add
Surgery
up.
doesn't give you that curve. It doesn't.
What?
Yes, it doesn't.
Yes, surgery doesn't give it. The gym does.
Sorry,
the gym
what did I
does.
say? I said the gym, that was a mistake.
No.
The
That was
gym-
your
no,
true
no, no, no.
intention.
That's
That
a
was your
mistake.
spirit.
That is a mistake.
That was your spirit. That was your
That's a
spirit
mistake.
speaking.
But whatever.
That was your spirit
Miracle,
speaking.
the gym doesn't give you that curve. Surgery does. Honestly,
You know
it
that's not
doesn't.
true.
That's the truth.
So if you eat the
Miracle.
right foods and go, do
You
you know how many
won't get
gym
that
people?
curve. You will
know how
not
many
get
gym
that
people
curve.
disagree with you on
Miracle,
that?
I don't care. You won't get that curve.
What do you mean you won't get that curve?
You
What curve are you
won't.
looking for? Like the big ass?
No. The curve.
Eat meat. Eat meat. Eat
Miracle.
yams.
I bet you,
Eat
you will
potatoes.
eat all those things for 10 years and you will still not have those curves.
That's not true.
That's the truth.
Surgery is
Miracle.
not, bro, I don't understand how you guys can be so like easy going under the knife, bro. And sometimes I heard your conversation our past. You guys are not even asleep when they're doing this shit. You're awake. What?
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is? Bro, what the? Am I a stuffed turkey? Like,
Miracle.
you're just basting me with
let me tell you.
What the hell?
Miracle, I want to say something now, and I'm really going to say it. Most of you guys that criticize girls that get their body done still chase these girls on a daily basis. Yes. I can tell you, you do it, Miracle. You do it. Honestly, that's the truth. I've seen you look at girls that are curvy and how interested you are. So I don't know why you have a problem with a girl using her money to get her body done. It's her money. And she's allowed to look the way she wants to look. Surgery is freaking beautiful.
So you're doing it for men?
You're doing it for yourself, Miracle.
But
Let me tell you.
But you basically just explained by saying you're doing it for men.
No, that's what I said. I said I
That's
see
what
how
you said. You said I look at women that do it.
yes, because you have a problem with it. But I see how you look at women that do it.
I don't understand whether I don't have a problem. I don't understand the culture of you being so willing to go under the knife when you can just go to the gym.
Miracle, people go under the knife when they want to give birth. They do it.
I understand you going to do your titties. If you have small titties, you're like, oh, let me go get like bigger titties because I'm self.
It's still the same thing. Miracle is still the same
bro,
thing.
even at that, just get nipple piercings, bro. If you have small titties, get nipple piercings as accessory to it. But the women that like go do lipo, then they put it in their ass, and bro, your ass can't fit in through any fucking door.
That's sexy.
Like you look like a cartoon character.
That shit is really, really
it's
sexy.
not attractive,
Miracle,
bro.
it is attractive.
No, it's not.
So you don't get attracted to women that are curvy.
With the overly big ass, no. I look at you as I'm like, bro, you're a freak. Like, no offense, bro. Like, bro, you have like two bouncing castles on your ass.
See, I'm going to tell any girl out there that your boyfriend is telling you, don't go and do your body. If you do your body, I will leave you. I tell you, that nigga is always going to stay after you do your body. He's going to be taking you all around, introducing you to all his friends. You're going to be the trophy girlfriend. I'm telling you, don't let guys or any man stop you from doing what you want to do. It's your body and it's your money. So do whatever you want to do with it.
So, Anna, basically, you're just defending your actions as to the BBL that's coming up for you.
Miracle, nobody talked about me doing my body. But
I
don't have an issue with it.
No, you not. Are you going to?
Miracle, I don't know. But I don't have an issue with surgery.
How many doctors do you know? Jesus Christ, you've done your research. How many doctors do you actually know?
Honestly, I don't have
Okay,
an
what's
issue
the best one? What's the best place to get
Miracle, do you want to get your body done?
No, I'm just asking in Lagos.
Why do you want to do
I'm just curious. I'm curious to know your knowledge.
Do your research.
I'm not going to do
I'm not
that.
going to come on this podcast and give any doctor, publicity. Let people go and do their research if they want to go on that.
Give them the publicity.
No, I'm not going to do that. I'm not being paid to do that, so I won't do that.
I know.
Honestly. So that's one thing.
Okay, shout out your doctor.
Miracle, I've not done my body.
You have a doctor. And then you have a fucking doctor.
Miracle.
What's your doctor's name? Dr. Richard?
Dr. Miracle OP.
Oh my goodness.
Is the one operating on me. Doctor, how do you feel?
I don't feel you should do the surgery. I don't feel you should do the surgery. That's how I feel.
Miracle,
I don't feel you should do the surgery.
Miracle, honestly, any girl that wants to get her body done should do it.
So so now you get your body done. Are you going to start charging extra for men since you've gotten your body done now?
Miracle,
or is it going to be the same price?
I was never charging men for anything before.
No. You know what I mean, though.
I don't know what you mean.
I do.
I don't. Honestly.
Are you still going to be talking to the same level of guys after you get your body done?
It doesn't.
Or are you going to be talking to a higher class of guys?
Miracle. I don't think I'll get my body done. But if I eventually get my body done, which I don't know, honestly, it doesn't change anything.
So you should be talking to the same level of guys.
When you stop talking to your family member because you just got a surgery.
I mean, some people stop talking to their family members after they get $100 million.
If you're useless before the surgery, you could actually stop talking to them. But if your family member are really, really what they call family member, why should you stop talking to them?
I'm not talking about your family member. I said guys.
If you're dating somebody that is doing things that you want them to do for you, and it doesn't make sense you're leaving them for someone that's higher.
But it happens.
I don't know. Not everybody does it.
But you know it happens.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I'm not debunking that.
All your friends that are BBLs, be honest. You don't need to say the names. But are they in relationships? Be honest.
Yes, they are. Some are even married. Yes. Honestly, it doesn't change anything. I don't know.
Are
See,
they in
I'm
relationship?
telling you honestly.
No, I know.
Yeah?
I know. Your friends that have BBLs,
Yeah,
are they in relationship?
they are in relationships. Honestly, they are in healthy relationships. Healthy one. So let me tell you, there's a lot of misconception flying around when it comes to surgery, and these people don't even do their research. I was downstairs one day when someone was talking about how, is it downstairs? Yes. And someone was talking about how girls that do body, and that thing used to smell, oh, that thing used to do. And I asked the guy, what is the full meaning of BBL? He was lost. I'm like, yo, you guys don't even do your research. You just come and be talking rubbish. Most of the people that just come to, they don't do their research. Honestly, people that have so much bad thing to say about surgery don't even know the full meaning of BBL, or what liposuction even means, or how the procedure is being done. You just come and talk about it. And please, we should stop this misconception of girls doing surgery are doing it for men. There are people doing their surgery. They have their money. They don't even need a man. It's men that need them. Honestly.
Well, there goes Eno's weekly feminist rant. Moving on to today's conversation. Something has been trending throughout this whole weekend. Here on the podcast, we like to talk about trending topics, trending moments. And Eno,
Yeah.
talk to me about it. An NYSC girl protesting against the whole of Nigeria. What's going on?
Yeah, I think a lady came out and was ranting about the situation of the country. That the country is really hard, you know.
What's her name?
I don't know. I don't put that in my head.
So we just call her NYSC girl.
Yeah, the NYC girl.
Lagos batch 1 or 2.
Maybe batch B or batch C.
Batch C, batch B,
Or
Lagos girl, NYSC. Yeah, talk to us, but what's
Okay,
going
so
on?
she came out, she made a video. I'm sure that girl did not even know that that video was going to go viral. And she was talking about the situation of the country. The country is hard, you know. She was just like ranting.
Yeah.
And I started talking about, she even spoke about the president. That is a bad president, right? And, you know, she posted it. It went viral because many people can relate to it. The country is really hard. Then she made another video saying that she got a call from NYC saying that she should take down the video. She even played the voice note of the lady, the woman, talking to her saying that why would she go and say bad things about the president? She should take it down and all that. And the girl was still saying, I did not say bad things about the president. I did not lie, stuff like that. And, you know, some people were supporting emotion. Some people were bashing her. Right. And if we are supposed to give our 2 cents on it, I'll start first, Miracle. I think the situation of the country is alarming. Things are really hard. I'm telling you. And this have nothing. People were saying, oh, you're complaining about the country. We see you enjoying. We see you partying and stuff like that. The country is really hard. A friend of mine told me she's into the food business, you know. And she was telling me she went to buy a kilo of turkey for 9,000 plus. I'm like, what the hell? Why will it... When, like, it's crazy. Then that means if you don't have one, you can't eat turkey. I remember when I was buying a kilo of chicken for 600 naira. But now a kilo of chicken is 5,000 plus. And people carry blocks for 5,000 naira. So this even have nothing to do with the NYC girl. Yes, thank God she came to rant about it, but people have to talk about it. But the country is hard. I'm sure even apart from the poor even feeling it, or the middle class even feeling it, even the rich are also feeling it. Yeah. Things are really, really crazy. Yeah. And, you know, coming from a single girl living in Lagos, Nigeria, you're going to pay rent. Rent is freakingly expensive. Transportation is crazy. Okay, let's give it to me. I even drive. But maintaining it is, you buy fuel, your car, Lagos is mad. Someone can just bash you and you need to fix it. Like, things are really, really crazy. And I think one of the problems we have in Nigeria is that there's no price regulation. You can wake up one morning and call any price, and it's like, if you don't want to buy, go. And I think we need to have price regulation. You know, people that monitor price. If I go to your shop, Miracle, you should be selling the same amount of what I'm selling. I don't know if you understand. I shouldn't be buying something for me for 5,000 and buying for me for 7,000 naira. And what if you don't have the product? I'm forced to buy that same amount. But if there's price regulation, we know that everything that is being distributed in the market is the same price. I don't know if you understand. So I think, and you also make me question NYC too, because the way the lady was talking to that girl in a very harsh manner, I'm like, come on. This is somebody that probably has never lived alone before. And she have to do it for NYC. And people are saying all these things. And to me, I hate NYC, honestly. I feel that's one of the most unnecessarily, would I call it a project or what was created by the federal government, because they wake
program.
program created by the federal government, because make it make sense. After NYSC, we still struggle to get jobs. Like, so what is the point of NYC?
Okay, let me come in. I hear everything you say, and I agree with you. Let's start with the girl. She said what a lot of people have been saying, but I guess she said it on the social media platform, and the algorithm just happened to favor her, I guess, that period, and it went viral. Everyone saw it. And I guess maybe it came across somebody that is the leader of her batch or has seen her in NYC, and they probably sent it to her NYC leader. And the thing about NYC is they put a lot of... Not the thing about NYC. This is why I strongly believe. I believe insecure individuals should not be in leadership or positions of authority. Let me tell you why. Insecure individuals, when you put them in situations of authority, they have a tendency of overdoing things.
Yeah.
They have a tendency of wanting to use that firm position to show people themselves. And they have an opportunity to be reckless with the found fame or found authority or found power. And I feel like that is a problem in society in general, but especially in Nigeria. In Nigeria, I believe that there are a lot of insecure individuals in governmental positions, as low as policemen to as high as governors and vice presidents and senators. And you can tell somebody who is insecure, you can tell somebody who doesn't have confidence within themselves. As the kids will say, as we said it in school, you can tell when somebody was bullied.
Yes.
You can tell when somebody was bullied when they were younger. They lack that confidence, and once you give them a sense of authority, they want to just show you, what are you talking about? Chill. I understand you're in a place of authority, but don't try and now overshadow me when I'm keeping a cool with you. Especially when I'm not giving you any space to correct me with your position.
Yeah.
Don't need to inflict that on me. And I feel like there's a lot of positions in Nigeria, especially in the NYSC program. And I can attest to that because I went through the NYSC process, and sometimes the batch leaders sometimes can be a bit impulsive with their language. They might feel that they have the power in their hands, that they will tell you to stand outside for 3 hours before they give you a simple come and sign. Just to sign a deed, they will tell you to sit outside for... Like, there's no need for that. Like, there's no need for you to show yourself. You don't need to show yourself that way.
That's the word.
Like, there's no need for... That is not part of me serving my country. Those people know... I feel like if we did what America did with Elon Musk and Donald Trump, where they are basically going through different governmental bodies to see how they can cut costs, if Nigeria was serious about that, they would have cut NYC a long time ago because, like you said, there's no benefit for it.
There's no benefit.
And people that are working in it are getting free money, in my honest opinion.
There's no benefit.
Because they are not preparing the Nigerian youth for anything.
Yes.
They're not preparing the Nigerian community for anything. And I feel like coppers have lost that significance in community in today's Nigeria.
True.
I believe in the early 2000s, yes,
True, miracle.
coppers were teachers,
Yes,
coppers were
true.
part of the ministerial programs, all that type of stuff.
They were highly respected.
Coppers have no use now,
Yes,
unfortunately.
true.
Coppers back then were seen as respected a bit as the military because they were the people that have been educated, the people that have come out of school, that are people that are refined in society. So they had a certain level of respect.
Sure.
Now coppers are just people that wear green every other day. You see them walking on the road. Like, coppers have no significance. And when you see your fellow, you say copper, we say copper wa. Like, that shit is even a joke, but like, it's even a joke. So like even I feel like the people that lead those things, they know as much. They know the significance of it is gone.
It's gone.
So you now trying to collect your free money at the end of the month, but don't start. Let's keep it casual. We know this shit is not what it was. But don't you try and now start making it more than it is. Don't do that.
And that's what they are doing. I think that's what they are doing
Like,
now.
after this, you're not giving me an interview. You're not
Do you
giving me a job.
understand?
If anything, coppers help themselves. If anything, you can say, okay, the youth copper CIS program now is for Nigerian youth to come together as a group, see if they can connect with each other. But these days, that is even shown upon because even in your group chats, people are posting. No one looks at that shit. No one. I've been in those group chats. Everyone mutes it. Yeah. I think it's about time they need to shut down that NYSC program for good. Let those people actually go get real jobs.
Do you understand? I think I was saying something before we even started it, and producer was saying that they said they will start paying the 70, how much again? 70 plus money, and I'm like, why did they wait?
They're paying them something thousand.
That's what they said. No, that's what they said we were going to be paying for. It's up to a year or two now.
How much were they paying? I think they were paying me like.
They're still paying 30-something thousand.
Yeah, they pay me 30 something.
Yeah, they said we were going to be paying that money, and it's because the girl had to call them out. Now they're saying they are going to pay it. So my own question is that why is that Nigerian government, sorry to say, they like when people disgrace them. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm using the right word. I'm using a very strong word.
And it goes viral. Especially.
Yes, they like stuff like that. They don't say things they can do.
That's the only time they set up.
Yes, it's when people come and call them out and bash the government.
I agree.
But should it be like that?
No, but this is the thing. Nigeria is a product. I was telling you this. Nigeria is a product of our problem. Nigerians are used to mediocrity.
True.
And it starts not from the high level. It starts from the low level. In the sense of professionalism when it comes to workplaces. I remember I was in the filling station. And the Nigerian filling station queue can be reckless, hectic. We all know this. And the guy that pumps the pump for you, at a certain point, a bike came, and he now started recording the bike. Like he finished selling, and he said he was stopped selling for cars. Finished selling to the motorcycle and started recording, like creating content for the bike. So in my head, I was thinking, maybe the bike guy gave him his phone to record. I saw this guy finish recording, put the phone in his pocket. I was like, wait, hold on, what is going on? I wind down my window. I'm like, bro, did you just stop serving cars and you see the queue to create content, not for the guy on the motorcycle, but for yourself? Like, are you serious? So I feel like Nigerians, we need to get to the level of not accepting mediocrity to the lowest form. In grocery stores, in filling stations, in the airport, in the banking system, in the networks, in the telecommunications business. We accept such mediocrity that it gets to a point where you start taking the piss.
Yeah.
So because we accept so much bullshit, they can take the piss. And we allow them take the piss.
Miracle, I think the problem is people don't employ capable hands for their job. Let me tell you. So you want someone that will do your work well. Instead of going for a professional that you have to pay well to do your job, you go for someone that cannot do the same job very well because you pay less. You want the person to be there. I went to Eban to get something. I was really, really mad. I did not just want to just involve the management. You know, I picked this stuff because when I'm paying for my bills, of course, I want to know how much it's worth so I know if it's part of my budget. Yes, because at the end of the day, I'm the one... I have a budget for groceries. So I pick all this stuff. I forgot to even check the price tag, you know. I gave it to her. I was like, please, can you help me check this? He said, that's why they have, I don't know what they call that thing. He said, that's why the scanner is there for you to scan. I can't scan it for you. And I looked at the girl. I said, why? I'm the only one on the queue with you. Yeah. Say, go and scan it yourself. Yeah. And I asked her, is it because you're on lash extension or you're on nails, you think that you're bigger than this job? My dear, if you think this job is more than you, go get a job in the bank.
Can I answer your question? Do you know why our politicians and our leaders and all these NYSC group leaders and all of them, why they're so bad? Because they're all in the same line of work. What is that work? Ask me what the work is.
What's the work?
Customer service. Customer care.
Yeah.
And that is the number one thing that Nigeria has nothing to know about.
True.
We lack customer service.
We
We
do.
lack it is completely non-existent in the Nigerian community.
True.
And I'm not even gonna say Africa, but it's because it's not Africa, it's Nigeria.
Yes, they don't have good
From
customer
restaurants
service. They don't.
to transportation
Yeah.
to caller, like we have nothing like that. You get to a point whereby you believe that you are in the bank. A fellow banker can want to fight a customer when the customer is complaining about what the bank is doing to them.
True.
So we don't understand that. I think a lot of Nigerians need to learn that emotional intelligence of, let me step out from this situation and empathize intelligently.
Yes, they don't.
If somebody is coming to my establishment angry, it's because I need to hear why my establishment has wronged them. And if there is a way I can fix the situation,
Sure.
not if there is a way I can elevate the situation. The problem with Nigerian police is they don't know how to de-escalate. They're the ones that escalate situations.
True.
Even when you want to stop a car, there's a way you whine and with Oga, how you do. There's a way you be pleasant that I don't even mind communicate. I don't even mind dashing you money.
Yeah.
But it's with the unpleasancy and the lack of decency within myself, and you thinking because you are in a position of power, you are better than myself.
Yes.
It's not even me. It's not even you thinking I'm better than you because I'm in a car. You genuinely think because I'm a police officer, I'm in uniform, I have a gun, I'm in more power and more authority than you.
True.
So if anything, you are insecure. I'm not. Our politicians work for the people. I want everybody to realize this. Politicians are elected by people to work for the people.
True.
But in Nigeria, we are working for the politicians.
We are the one working for them. True. We are the one working for them. It's crazy like that. It's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy like that.
It's wild.
There's this hair vendor they called out now. I think it's been months back. They will insult you. Is it because of this order you're ordering? Are you mad? Are you a pro? Like, they were really, really insulting their clients. They said, people say customers are always right. But yeah, customers are not right. They were really, really, really insulting their client. They didn't care. Do you understand? You buy hair from them, the thank you they put is insult. Like, people knew them. I think it was because people called them out on TikTok and all that. People started talking about what they've done and all that. So they had to like ban their account. So I think I will not say that Nigeria is a lawless country, because at the end of the day, there are some.
Well, Nigeria is a lawless country.
No, we can't just say that.
But it's a fact. And the fact of the matter as well is, if you look at any successful establishment, any successful business, any successful company, right now in Nigeria, Nigerians do not run it.
True.
Nigerians are not their general managers.
True.
Nigerians are not their CEOs.
True.
They're usually Indians, maybe South Africans, maybe Americans, maybe British people.
But I kind of like
expectorate.
I would disagree that with you. There are some companies that are still run by Nigerians.
Who?
That are still doing well.
Who?
Honestly, I think one thing that Nigerians.
No. What you're going to? I'm not going to let you do that. You said their name.
Okay, I cannot give you a name.
No. Give me a top Nigerian company.
I don't know. I could say the one that is not run by Nigeria, but what I'm saying is that
there's none.
Wait now, that's what I'm saying. You
There's
cannot say
none.
no. I totally disagree with that. There are still companies owned by Nigerians that are still doing well. Maybe I'll do my research and I will tell you tomorrow.
There is no one.
I have to do my research and tell you. But
I'm telling you, there is none.
No. In as much as I don't like what most Nigerians are doing, but you cannot
Nigerians don't even trust other Nigerians to do their business.
No. Miracle.
They don't.
Miracle. We get it. The system here is bad. We get it. The people are quite annoying. We get it.
I don't agree with the stereotype, but the stereotype is what the stereotype is.
You can't say it. We are all Nigerians. Okay, are you saying that, Miracle, you can't run a successful country, business in Nigeria?
Of course I can.
So why are you ruling out Nigeria?
What?
But you cannot say that the most of the successful companies we
I'm telling you what the stereotype is.
But
it's for you to beat the stereotype. That's what I'm trying to do.
No. There's still corporation here run by Nigerians that are doing well.
Let me tell you something right now. If I was going to an interview to run a company, I would tell them in Nigeria about quick as hell tell them my experience outside of Nigeria, my qualifications outside of Nigeria. That's why every Nigerian tries to leave Nigeria to get qualifications outside of Nigeria. That's the truth. If Nigeria was so good and pleasant and so, we will all stay in Nigeria, we'll all go to school in Nigeria, carry degrees from Nigerian universities.
Miracle.
We'll all do that.
It brings me to what I want to say. I think that most Nigerians here, we need exposure.
What do you mean by exposure?
I mean, most of us here, we are just used to the whole Nigerian system, how they do their things, how they run their thing, and we think that this is how it's just normal. Things are just normal. But when you leave this country and go to other countries and see how things are being done, trust me, you could adapt one or two things that you could use to, you can add it to your life and use it to deal with situation, business-wise or otherwise. Honestly, I think most Nigerians here need exposure. Because most people, this is where they've been all their lives. And trust me, most of the things you are doing here, compared to what is going on out there, is not even half.
But I feel like that also pushes people to disrespect Nigeria as a whole.
Yeah, but Nigeria have really disrespected themselves now. That's what I'm saying. Like, Nigerians talk bad about Nigerians. Even if don't you see how our president behaves? Not president, please. Before they come and bundle me in my house.
But I don't understand. No, but even speaking against the president and speaking against the politicians, this is not a communist country.
I know, but
allegedly. But even the government should feel ashamed and should feel down on themselves for making people feel bad for criticizing their government. If your government was so good, I will not criticize it. If your government was so good, your approval ratings will be higher than they are right now.
I know, Miracle, but let's just keep it safe.
No. I'm going to speak on it. I'm going to speak on it because I'm very much invested in politics.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to speak on the facts. Tinubus approval ratings are very, very low.
I'm sure he knows that.
No. He does know that, but does he care about that? I don't think they do.
He doesn't. The song came out.
And we're getting to an age whereby people are going to be speaking up more. We're getting to a closer generation that is stronger than our parents' generation when it comes to liberties and freedom for all.
Yeah.
We're getting to that generation that may force Nigeria, sorry to say this, people, to legalize LGBTQ.
Yeah, we're getting there.
That's all I'm
Whether
saying.
they like it or not, we'll still get there.
That's all I'm saying. So politicians need to start focusing on the youth. They really need to start listening to these social media babies. And they really need to start focusing on their approval ratings. Because if American politicians and other politicians are doing it, they're not stupid.
Okay, so
they're not stupid.
Miracle, you keep talking about
Donald Trump won the election by just going on podcasts.
Okay, Miracle, you keep talking about how you can't speak against the government. If you do, they could come arrest you. But it's not.
I said you can't speak against the government.
You can't.
You are allowed to. It is your right as a taxpayer citizen to speak against your government if you're disapproved by your government.
All right,
Just like if you're disapproved about anything, you can speak out against it.
Okay, right. That's cool. We talk about the government, always trying to oppress people that speak against them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now it's not just only the government. Individuals do it too. I think I've been following this case of Very Dark Man and Mercy Chinwo. I don't know if you're following it because
I've heard bits about it. Just give me
what's
going on with them?
Yeah, I've been following it because right now I think the issue is they've told him not to talk about the issue again and all that. And I think it's oppression. Firstly, I'm a fan of Very Dark Man because I think this generation, we need people that can talk about certain things without being scared of certain people. Yeah. And I think Very Dark Man just fit that category. Because we have a lot of people that can't say certain things to some certain people, but they can say things to some certain people. But him is not loyal to anybody. He could talk about anybody that he thinks is at the wrong, right? Then Mercy Chinwo herself made a video online talking about how a former management oppressed her, refused to give her royalties. She was even being emotional and all that. She even went as far as saying that he has bloggers, he paid bloggers to say bad thing about her, that he was even the one that paid bloggers to to say that our child that she gave birth for her husband is not for her, it's for Nathaniel Bassi. She said all that. She brought the case to social media. And she was like, she has God, he has bloggers, right? So very dark man, trust very dark man to jump into it. He started analyzing the situation. And before that, I saw a video clip on TikTok by the former management, this easy concept. He made a video, was talking about how, the problem he had with Mercy Chinwo was like what they wanted to audit her account because they believed that she was getting outside job and not remitting to the company, right? They wanted to audit her account. She refused, and they were like they now stopped giving her a royalty. And they're not going to pay her royalty anymore if they cannot audit her account because he brought out his account for auditing. Then she arrested him. EFCC invited him to come to their office. But they did not invite him to come to the office in Lagos. But they're in Lagos. Why not Lagos? They took him to Ilorin. They detained him for some days. They even forced him to transfer a certain amount to her account. But when she came on that video, she did not mention all that. Very dark man started talking about that. She's saying that she has God and he has bloggers. That's not true. That she's the one that has bloggers. He started giving analysis that even the EFCC person that was in charge, the head of EFCC in Ilorin, happens to be Mercy Chinwo's husband friend. He's a pastor. He started bringing out proof that she knows these people. She's the one oppressing the guy. Because why are you coming online to talk about somebody? I'm not stating the fact that, this guy had to you got this guy detained for days, and he was told to transfer some certain amount of money to you, without his. He didn't want to do it, but he was forced to.
Yeah.
So he started talking about Mercy Chinwo, that, the whole body of Christ was talking about. She's an hypocrite, that she's not people that entertainers, gospel artists are singing to get rich, not because they really, really care about the gospel. They are all artists. They are still the same thing as Davido. The only difference is that they do motivational songs. So she slammed him lawsuits. 500 million. 200 million. But that
I saw that one.
It was up to like 1 billion naira. And now the court has even instructed that he cannot say anything concerning the case.
So that's a heavy one, man. That's a heavy one.
Yes.
Red Akron is somebody that sometimes you agree with him, sometimes you don't agree with him. I don't really know about the Mercy Chinwo situation, but one thing I'll say is this. If I was the ever person as the commissioner of police or whatever, or head of police of Nigeria, wherever that position is, the first thing I'm declaring is, I'm pushing to the president to pass is, policemen cannot be used as private security for people anymore. Because I believe that we need to bring respect back to the uniform. I don't really respect the Nigerian police when I see them. And it's because of the character of what I think a Nigerian policeman is today. You can't even blame me for that. The sight of police in Nigeria is seen as a bad thing.
Yeah,
in most people's eyes. So I feel like we need to bring respect back to the uniform. Everybody cannot use Nigeria police as their private security. Nigeria police is inside your car. Or like you have... The one that pisses me off the most is all those convoys. Those convoys, and I hope this gets to somebody in the government house or something. You guys need to stop that rubbish of those convoys in Nigerian Lagos roads. And also my friends who have, you guys need to stop that bullshit, because if I see you guys, I will smash your convoy and you pay for my car. I'm dead, because those guys cause more.
Yeah, they do.
They cause more danger to road people than anybody on the road. Sure. And sometimes when I see those cars, I wind down and say, you are driving this car. And police, you are inside this car watching this man drive this car like this. So if you cause somebody to swerve and have an accident, what would you say? And we see our deputy governor doing that. I see him countless times, because I work in the Lupeju, countless times moving like that on Third Mainland Bridge. Moving like that on Third Mainland Bridge, where people can swerve and enter the water. That's the type of mediocrity I'm talking about with Nigerians. Those people just put on their siren on Lekki Ikoyi Bridge. When there's hold up, they want to go through the middle, create a middle. Come on now. If Nigerians came together and said, you're not going anywhere, we close that middle, what will happen?
People are not close to me.
What will happen?
They will
No, but Nigerians also see it as, and they start opening. Some people will not start following them.
But
That's the things I'm talking about. No, but that's the thing I'm talking about. If Nigerians find a way to get up on the next person, they will do it. People just complain because they are not in positions of power to do it. But I promise you this, all those people complaining against the government, if you put them in positions of government, they will do the same thing, if not more, if not worse. That's the thing with people. That's the thing with people. And that's why I believe it's stronger when successful people speak against the government.
Yeah.
Because they have really nothing to gain from it.
True.
But when somebody a bit is speaking against the government, it feels you are speaking against, because if you get to that position, would you do the same thing?
Yeah, you will do worse. Yeah, true.
Would you steal? Would you move your convoy recklessly?
Yeah.
Would you use the police to your own benefit, to your own sneaky benefit? Would you disrespect your position?
Mm-hmm.
Would you disrespect your power? And that is why I started this podcast by saying this. I feel insecure people and people who were bullied in school should not be in positions of power.
Well, how will you know if you're bullied or not?
No, I'm just using that as an example.
Yeah.
But I don't believe that insecure individuals should be in positions of power, especially not governmental power. I don't believe so. I truly don't believe
You
so.
oppress people.
I truly don't believe so.
You oppress people.
Be-
You oppress people. But Miracle, I think a lot of things need to change in this country. And I also know that it's not a day job. It just takes people wanting to do the right thing. But there are certain things that will never change. Like, we will leave this world and it will not still change. I'm telling you. Oppression of power, it will never change. People just want to get to do that seat so that they can have power to do whatever they want to do. It will never change. And that's why I always used to tell my people, I always tell them that, honestly, have I really given up if the country will get better? I don't know. I have an open mind concerning it. But I just really want to be able to afford things I want to afford and move on. Honestly, I want to be able to afford food. I want to be able to afford clothes. I want to be able to afford trips. I want to afford the good things of life, honestly. And I pray everybody's able to do that. And we move.
live a decent life.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because
You're not asking for too much.
honestly, like, people before us have been talking about this country to get better. It just seems like it's getting worse every single day. Honestly, I see how Sheikh Tinubu came outside and he was so passionate. If you see his vein, my father did this. But what did your father do it for? Like, I tell you, the only thing I really benefited from Lagos state government is Ebony life. That's the only thing. I was telling my family that, that's the only thing I've benefited from Ebony and from Lagos State.
Yeah.
But what have you really, really benefited from this country? You said it, you go to school, you come back, And thank God for social media. There's a lot of ways you can make money off social media.
Yeah.
Shout out to people that invented Facebook, for all the people that invented Instagram, that invented TikTok. We have what they call influencer marketing now. People are there trying to grow their page so that they can convert it to cash and live a decent life. I'm telling you, if not, if we're always supposed to wait for a white-collar job, we'll be in the street begging.
Yeah.
Because we have few corporations and a lot of people that are waiting to get jobs. And that's why I feel like NYSC should be scrapped, because giving your 1 year to the government doesn't pay off. It's not like when you come out, the government will tell you, because anybody that have passed through NYSC we will send you a job link for you to apply for federal government job or state we don't get it. You just go, you see soldiers shouting, move, left, right. Like, you wake up very early in the morning to go and have your bath. Do you understand that they have posted me to Bauchi? Do you understand? Some kind of ridiculous state. Just because you want to serve your country. So it doesn't really make sense to me. I don't know if you understand. It doesn't. So, the state of the country is really, really tiring. I'm telling you. And that's why when they talk about Nigerian youth being lazy, I don't think we Nigerian youth are lazy. Nigerian youth are really doing well for themselves.
No, the government. I feel like I'll end the podcast with this. Nigerian youth are not lazy.
They're not.
Nigerian government bodies are lazy
Yeah.
and lack ideas for the youth to stay motivated.
True. Thank you. I
They,
think
they really do.
yes.
And they
do.
need to step up.
They need to.
They need to step up. They need to listen.
They need to be innovative.
And they need to start working.
Yes.
They actually need to start working. The years of you collecting free money,
Yeah.
collect your money,
Do the work.
but work.
Yeah. Do the work.
Work.
Do the work. Because you're asking for more.
Work.
We're asking for more.
Nobody is saying it. Everyone has stopped the singing of stop stealing, stop stealing, stop stealing. I can remember last time people said stop stealing. We accepted that you steal. Okay.
Do the work.
Work.
Do the work.
Work.
Yeah. Do the work.
Create infrastructures. If there are programs, actually let the programs be a form of profitability for the people.
Yes.
Not just a program for you to say is a program and it's just standing as an aid for money to just be going in left and right, and you have no accountability of where that money is.
True.
Because if we really audit that NYSC system, boy, the things you may see will shock you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been an amazing podcast. Always enjoy my conversations with Eno. We're gonna keep this format. She doesn't want. I don't know. She doesn't say what the new format is gonna be, but tune in for the new format for the podcast. It's gonna be exciting. More conversations like this. Great conversations.
Yeah.
Political, sports, lifestyle, motivation for the youth, motivation for the politicians. Hopefully they get motivated too. But this has been your host with the most miracle OP, Saturday Brunch, and we're out.
Yeah. Thank you.